The motor spindle angle to 0 on the veneer. When the motor is set to 0, the air spindle center line is 1/2 inch below the center line of the grinding wheel. This provides a 7-degree clearance angle off of the radius of the wheel OD. Remember that the angle that is preset on the air bearing swivel base is the angle that the end teeth will have. Loosen the indexing ring and bring it flush to the back end of the air bearing housing. Push the pin, which is on the top center of the right side of the air bearing, into a slot in the indexing ring that is marked with a number which matches the number of flutes on the end mill. While holding the index ring firmly against the housing, push the spindle so that the end mill is past the stylus at least 1/2 inch, and then align 2 parallel flutes until they are square to the table. Tighten the set screw in the index ring. When you grind, you will be maintaining a steady pressure of the index ring against the air bearing housing so that the end mill is not pushed back when the contact with the grinding wheel. Some users may prefer to push the air bearing spindle all the way to the right. Set the flute square and then lock the index ring in place so that they don't have to hold the air spindle in place. However, this will entail either cranking the table forward a distance to compensate, or repositioning the air bearing forward by loosening the swivel base nut and sliding the air bearing forward. Maneuver the grinding wheel with the Y-axis handle so that the edge of the wheel is about 1/2 inch in front of the center of the first end tooth. Using the X handle, feed the end mill forward until the end mill touches the wheel. Back the wheel away from you off of the flute using the Y-axis handle. With the X-axis handle, feed the table forward to the left 2 to 3 thousandths, and then with the Y-axis handle, feed the tooth across the wheel to the center of the end mill and back. You'll know when you hit the center of the cutting end mill as the grinding sound fades due to the fact that there is less material being sharpened at the center. Index to the next flute and repeat the process until all flutes are done. If you're wishing to sharpen the secondary clearance angle of the end teeth, drop the motor spindle angle down to a -8 degrees and repeat the same procedure as before. You can sharpen the ends of all 2 flute end mills, 3 flute, and 4 flute non-center cutting using this method off the OD of the wheel.